Evolution, nature's trial of survival, the factor which lets creatures strive to survive. You know, fuck this. I've done this evolution shit like 3 times now. And in one of those times, I said evolution takes like 5 seconds to happen and you can cancel it by pressing B. And it can happen by stones. Well, I didn't make that shit up, for once. And since I've done one of these videos on near enough every other form of evolution, why wouldn't I make one for the main form of gimmick evolutions? With the good old elemental stones. Why wouldn't I? I mean, it's elementary, my boy. It's the natural order of shit and... well, let's just... Togekiss. You may remember Togekiss for having annoying moves such as Wish, Roost, Protect, Defog, Toxic, and Thunder Wave. All these moves, all this bulk, all this fairy flying goodness, all of these factors in conjunction with each other makes for one hell of a stone evolution. All of these perks of bestiality of the highest caliber allows Togekiss to personally induct most opposition into the Togekiss My Ass Club. Now, I remember having its pre-evolved form Togetic as one of my top friendship evolutions. And I didn't know how good or strong it was, but I liked it anyway, and that's good enough for me. But I can say with full confidence that Togekiss is good. Togekiss is strong. And even before Gen 6, it knew how to wall, stall, and get shit done. And then Gen 6 twisted all our nipples with the game changer, the fairy typing. And Togekiss, being the provider of blessings for people all across the world, was given a blessing of its own with the fairy typing. And ever since 2014 rolled around, we've seen the highest induction rate so far in the history of the Togekiss My Ass Club, with many more to come. Nidoking! Be careful with the horn as it contains venom or Agent Orange or some shit like that. Yeah, the Pokedex has to hand out fucking hazard warnings for this thing. One swing of its mighty tail can snap a telephone pole as if it were a matchstick. In other words, don't fuck with it, just pack your shit up and leave town. This series has seen enough Rule 34 for you to know not to fuck with something called the Drill Pokemon that specializes in sheer force. And it's that same sheer force that allowed Gary to gain the power to pull non-existent gym badges out of an alternate universe. Here's the thing though, it's one of those Pokemon you'd expect to be some kind of beast, but it's only 4'7" and 136 pounds. But still, 136 pounds at 4'7"? Nidoking is the manliest manlet that ever manned. It's just one big, but not really big, beefy beast cake. The best way I can describe Nidoking is that one beefy sumbitch in your PE class that everyone was too afraid to tackle. Yeah, Nidoking's that guy. Starmie, the water psychic glow-in-the-dark starfish that can control electricity, kind of. It knows how to thunderbolt, so that's good enough. Water and psychic along with a hilarious amount of speed for a 176-pound shuriken makes for one deadly, priceless piece of jewelry. Or extraterrestrial piece of jewelry. The so-called Gem of the Sea that attracts wild creatures because, you know, it can't turn off its face. But you know what it can turn off? Status effects. Just gotta switch it out and boom! No more poison, no more paralysis, no more exaggerated pandemics. Psychic, water, electricity for some reason, and jewels! That should be more than enough to explain why Starmie is known as the mysterious Pokemon. I made a video on that and I'm surprised no one's pointed out to me yet, because the internet points out everything. Everything! Similar to how Starmie can do everything. Heal itself, in terms of both health and status inflictions, attract dozens of enemies just to thunderbolt their shit up and down the route with its balls to the wall speed and slightly less so but still pretty damn high special attack. And then, just to guarantee the versatility of the star of the showdown, it gets rid of its own status inflictions, as well as field inflictions. Stealth rocks, spikes, toxic spikes! Starmie'll just rapid spin that shit straight out of my face, because damn straight it can learn rapid spin. Why not? Like why wouldn't it? It's like somebody grabbed 2 Staryus and twisted them together like they're building a Beyblade, so if it didn't have rapid spin, I would have to pay Game Freak a little visit now, wouldn't I? Just so I can ask why. Why? Same with my Champ and Mark Punch, why? Now this next one, it's not the greatest powerhouse, it's not the greatest tank, it's not even the greatest technician or anything like that. But when I saw the Pokemon that were made for Generation 6, there was one that stood out. One that I saw and said, yes. 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 Yes! I want that lizard. I want that Heliolisk. Like I said, it's not the strongest, it's not Arceus's gift to electric types. It's not even the best electric type on this list. But in terms of Generation 6 electric types, you're gonna learn to appreciate this shit with Dayden lurking around somewhere. For some reason, it's a normal type as well. I don't know why, it just is. It's not like it was overpowered and needed more weaknesses, it's just unnecessary. It's the only Pokemon with this combination of types. It's one of a kind. They had to break the ice with this unused type combination at some point, but they wanted to cash in on this? Give Dayden that shit, it doesn't deserve the blessing and privilege of being a fairy type. Heliolisk just seems way too underpowered than what you'd expect it to be. It's a solar-powered electric Pokemon. It generates electricity from the sun. It gains its power from the sun, so this thing should be the fucking Superman of Pokemon, right? But it's not. It's just left here with a set of really uneven stats and an unnecessary soft spot for Mach Punches. Seriously, why is it normal? It can't just be to break the streak of not having this type combination before. It's powered by the sun, it evolved from a stone of sun. They missed a prime opportunity here to make something even more unique. They missed a prime opportunity here because Heliolisk could have been made as the first pure non-form changing electric fire type hybrid. It makes sense. It was made to fit the role, it would have been perfect. Mega Evolve it. No, actually, regular Evolve it. Mega Evolutions are overrated. You know what, Game Freak? Do me a favor, okay? Change its type. Now. Do it! Arcanine, the legendary Pokemon. That's right, the legendary Pokemon. Mewtwo doesn't even get that kind of respect. He's just some brain beefcake who only exists because a group of other brain beefcakes had a fetish for Pokemon experimentation. Or Animorphs or some shit. But enough about him, he isn't worth mentioning. This segment is about the real legendary. A true legend is someone you can look up to. Someone that's there to set the example to lead the pack. Take a look at Arcanine. What do you see? You see all the perks of a true legend. You see bravery. That's a true legend. Fierce loyalty. That's a true legend. One hell of a majestic beast. That's a true legend. This is the kind of creature that exists to set the standard for everyone else backstage. That's a true legend. Now take a look back at Mewtwo. What do you see here? The guy's just pissed off all the time, hanging out in all these dark caves, acting like that shit isn't done sparse turf. That's not a legend. That's bragging rights for Professor Oak and his damn certificate. It's not even laminated, you fuck! That's not a true legend like Arcanine is. The only reason you'd ever look up to Mewtwo is cause he's like 6'7". He's a tall guy, I'll give him that. The man's a tall man. More like Mewtwo meters. I always screw around with jokes, but in the end, I always get the home run. But you know what isn't a joke? Arcanine's power. Overall base stat, 5 across the board. Packing heat like Flare Blitz, Fire Blast, and hell, let's just give it Wild Charge and Solar Beam, because fuck weaknesses, right? It takes a smooth guy to be able to raise both middle ones right in the face of danger when facing its own kryptonite. And it takes an even smoother guy to be able to run so fast it looks like you're flying. Like, real talk, how smooth do you have to be to look like you're flying? With Arcanine, extreme speed isn't just an attack. It's a goddamn way of life. Think of a random type. Any type, just whatever. Because chances are that type you just thought of doesn't do shit to Aegislash, because it's resistant or immune to fucking everything. There's 18 types. 12 of them don't really do anything, so you're left with these 6. Without something from these 6, you're gonna be sitting with Aegislash for a while, especially in its shield form. And especially because it's the only Pokemon that can learn the move King's Shield. Makes the opponent's attack go down by 2 stages, so that's not gonna help with the whole 12 resistances thing. Based on its form, as you probably know, it either has high attack stats or high defense stats, 150 on each. 150, that shit's high. That's like Legend Killer high. It's like Aegislash absorbed an entire Sandshrew and put all of its base stat powers towards its own attack or defenses. Game Freak didn't fuck this one up. They remembered to give this one a move pool that actually lets you utilize all of that delicious Sandshrew life force. You want a mixed attacker? Go ahead. Sacred Sword, Iron Head, Pursue, Aerial Ace, Gyro Ball, Shadow Ball, Shadow Claw, Shadow Sneak, Night Slash, Regular Slash, Head Smash, and if you really wanted to, Rock Smash. Don't use Rock Smash. You want a defensive beast that'll provide you with the protection fit for a king? King shield and defense, the rest is built in from there. It's all in the figures. Raichu. Let me tell you a thing or two about Raichu. It's like they took Pikachu and made it much less overrated and much more usable. And much less appealing to those posers who say they love Pokemon but only know what Pikachu is because it's on a fucking iPhone case. It's just better. It's so much better that if Ash had evolved Pikachu, he would have won those 10 out of the 8 existing gym badges just like Gary. He would have won the Pokemon League tournament and became the champion of the world. He would have gained the powers of Zeus himself from Raichu's abundance of electricity. But no, you let your feeble emotions prevent you from achieving true power. Actually, with the amount of volts Pikachu can deal, Ash should have died like 5 minutes into the show. He's dealt with this shit for like, what is it, 800 episodes now? So maybe he has achieved true power. Maybe he really is the very best, like no one ever was. No, he isn't. You'd think he'd be a good trainer and all, being the protagonist, but no! How do you expect him to be a good trainer when he releases all of the good ones? Or he just forgets about the good ones and leaves them with Professor Oak? The golden rule of animes. Anime life lessons. Never, ever start a fight with the protagonist of an anime. Unless it's Ash Ketchum, cause he's a family-sized bowl of fruity pebbles. Remember that one time I said Flabebe was stupid in that one video I made back in like the first few months of video making I did, and I didn't know how the hell to make videos properly? I still think it's kinda stupid for some reason, but a life lesson I picked up on from playing Pokemon was that always look for potential, because when you look at Flabebe, you don't look at it for it. You look at it for what it can become, because when you look for potential, you go from Flabebe to the symbiosis of excellence. Yeah, that's right, Florges. Florges. As in, there's no way you're sweeping the floor of this guy's team, he's got a fucking Florges. 154 special defense, you're goddamn right that defense is special. The Guardian of the Sea himself is having trouble keeping up to par with that. I don't often play Pokemon Online stuff, but when I do, I make sure my floor remains dusty and unswept, with Florges on the team standing guard. All these enemies coming onto my battlefield, trying to take out my whole team? Trying to sweep up my floors? Well, not today, because Florges is here to stop all of these overpowered special attack shenanigans. Especially you, Dragon Shenanigans! Eating up Draco Meteors in a big bowl of cereal. Well, technically, you can do all that stuff with White Gengar, so why Florges? Because I like Florges more. If you're still questioning Florges, just look at all the annoying moves it gets, like Protect, Aromatherapy, Wish, Toxic, Calm Mind, and Substitute. But by now, we should all know, the more annoying something is, the more effective it is. Gallade! Why Gallade? Why not Gardevoir? Gardevoir isn't even a... Just... okay? Gallade is a master of politeness and elbowsmanship. So there's nothing funny about these bones because it is the Blade Pokemon. The Blade Pokemon. None of that fake shit like Bishop who sends us little minions on the enemy for an easy kill. No, Gallade is too based for Bishop's shenanigans. And hell, it dedicates itself to protecting others. Gallade is best Blade. And it's not only that, because you're telling me it has to be a man to evolve. It's 100% macho. It finishes off opponents with its elbows, and it fights savagely? No, that's way too easy. Come on. And if its blades didn't make you erect enough, it can sense what foes think. That's right, it knows what you're thinking about. Jennifer Lawrence nudes? Yeah, he knows you're still... He knows you're still actually thinking about those. Yeah, he especially knows you reacted like a 10-year-old who just found out 90% of the internet's based on this stuff. All of your finest hours in life, it can sense them. That embarrassing thing you did that one time that only you remember but it still bothers you. And who could forget that one time you destroyed your phone by dropping it in a bowl of cereal? Heh, what a fucking dickhead. Oh wait, that was me. Yours truly. He knows how you're gonna strike next, and he knows how to counter-strike. Because Gallade has a surplus of elbow, and he's dying to get rid of some stock. Cause Gallade's packing the elbow like the Crimson Chin's packing... chin. Did you really think the psychic typing was just thrown onto Gallade just to make it unique? Just so Tumblr doesn't tell him to check his privilege every 2 seconds for being a cis male fighting type? It has the psychic typing for a damn good reason, and not just because it evolved from a psychic type or anything like that. No, it has the type cause he's all up in your head playing mind games with ya. Playing a good old game of Hearthstone with your mind. Planning out how to strike next, and before you know it, you get a elbow to the face. No more excess stock. Ooh, yeah! Wait, God of War is a mega, so what the fuck? If God of War can get a big address, then Gallade should get some more excess elbow. Actually, screw that. God of War gets a big old dress, so Gallade should get a big old grindstone that follows it around and sharpens up its funny bones now and then. Wait, what's this? I'm seeing a vision. 5,000 comments. Feeling the need to be smartasses by telling me Gallade got a Mega Evolution? Because it took me a while to script this, so I know it got a Mega. We all know it was gonna get a Mega at some point. Not a giant grindstone that follows it around, but more excess elbow, I'll take it. We'll save the grindstone idea for when Mega Aegislash comes along. So at this point, you're probably wondering, can't talk about evolutions without the evolutions. So where's the goddamn evolutions? Well, it's right here. It was here all along. Jolteon, also known as Bestion. The Bestion of them all, except Sylveon, but just not a stone evolution. Sylveon's a fucking fairy cake evolution or something like that. To make this fair, I made it so that I could only choose one evolution. Because Vaporeon came really close and Flareon. Flareon? No. No, thank you. Come on. Please, come on. Come on. Would you? I'm disrespecting the legend that is Arcanine for even considering that. This is one of the reasons why Heliolisk is the 3rd place electric type here. Just get a load of that Volt Absorb, taking thunderbolts to the chin and lashing out all of those volts back at you in the form of electric needles. Heliolisk is a walking generator, but he doesn't get it. But then again, it can heal itself in the rain. Huh, didn't notice that. And then again, there's no unnecessary normal typing thrown onto Jolteon. It's an electric type in its purest form and dishes out 10,000 volts and needles. Cause yeah, that's a thing. It's a thing that it does, but only 10,000 volts? Raichu's packing like 100,000, but it's weaker. It's not like it absorbs electricity or anything. You know what? Screw you, Dexter. Screw you and your goddamn inconsistencies. So as a pure electric type, it only has one weaknesses. One type that will screw it over, and that is the ground type. I wonder how many people nickname their Jolteon Sparky. I bet it's a lot. So to sum it up, Jolteon is Bestion. It's the best evolution tied with Sylveon, and maybe Umbreon too. I can't decide on that. Don't make me choose again, but Jolteon is the best damn stone evolution we've got. But Tyrantrum couldn't be stopped. After all, this was 100 million years ago. It's not the 90s. The Power Rangers weren't around to wipe these creatures out systematically with their Megazord shenanigans. But if they were wiped out systematically, one by one, there's only one logical explanation. Tyrantrum was wiped out by Dunsparce in its prime. And that's when the gods of evolution came in and said, hey, what the fuck are you You just wiped out like the best Pokemon! That's it, you're getting nerfed. You're getting demoted to filler Pokemon. But the question still remains. What wiped out the Tyrantrum? And don't be that guy who gives out the obvious answer like, there is age!